Hello, it's me, and today I'm talking about stuff that is basically the opposite of something that'll be in the top right soon. So, it is mods that aren't as good, and I'll be explaining why. So, to start off with, I'm just going to say that, you know that I have loads of mods, but if it has any sedan mods, or any, like, coupe mods, where there were seats in the backs but no rear doors, then I would have so many more mods. So straight away, if there's only a sedan or only like thing with no rear doors but rear seats, then just can't have it. It helps me limit my number of mods. And so that's my first criteria for a vehicle mod at least. And in fact, this is, I think, the VAZ 2102. It's from a pack, and normally I don't like packs because there's just too many vehicles in them, but this one's a fairly small pack. I have actually had it for a long time. I'll sell this pack, and it's not the best, but there is some really cool stuff. Like, one of these has, like, 6x4. It has two rear wheels in the back, because you know why not. And there's some other rather cool configurations. I think this is just the stance one. None of them are particularly that quick, at least this one, the 2102. And, but to be honest, it's mostly fine. Like, most of the glass at least attempts to break. You can probably break the windshield glass. And all the lights do work. Even those little lights at the bottom go on when you have your high beams on. Hazards work, stuff like that. They don't break if you do this, but if I just do like this, they do break. They do have a no texture when they're broken, but especially for the headlights, it isn't that noticeable. But I've never actually used these vehicles in crashes. However, a more recent car pack that is based on like the Lada and stuff, you have seen, and I think 2 videos. Well, actually, neither of them are like uploaded or even published when I'll be uploading this video. But they are there in 2 videos. Wait, no, one of them is. It's that one. In fact, yeah, I think it's that one. I'll have linked in the top right about now, where there's a H-Series caravan and a car that falls off a cliff. I know what I mean, and you will as well if you look at the video. But yeah, it's not too bad. There is some sedans, but there's also these wagons, of course, and a like SUV thing, which does have rear seats but no rear doors. But to be honest, the wagons are fine. And yeah, I don't think you've ever really seen it, because I just know that it isn't the best quality. Like, if it's in a pack, I just presume that it doesn't have the best quality, even though some of them do. And talking about the map, this is BV Playground by Bobmore, that's why it's BV. And as you can tell, it's not exactly the most realistic, but other than that bit over there, there's no textures that I can find, really. And while obviously not all of it is exactly the sort of realistic stuff, because to be honest, for a map, it has to have at least a bit of concretey stuff. Like, one of my videos in this series, so me talking about stuff, is in a sandy map, but there's like a little concrete bit, like near the start. So I just about counted it as something I could keep, because I wanted a sandy map, and those none of that were really good enough. But yeah, these suburbs are quite cool, and it uses a West Coast like assets, I think, mostly, and maybe some custom ones. But they are the pre-PBR ones, so it isn't really lagging me. So I used to keep all of the map mods and stuff that were like really lagging, But then once I got to loads of mods, I went through all of my mods to like find ones that were like too laggy, or well, actually no, I went through all my mods to just find like I looked at all the ones that I didn't know, like whether they worked and stuff, and I found whether they did work and whether they were laggy and anything like that. And then if they didn't work, I of course deleted them, and then if they did work, wasn't laggy, I kept them. And if they did work but were laggy, I have a gallery, a folder, what should I say, in the gallery of my phone that has like photos of all the mods that I might reinstall in future that are good, but like too laggy. And there is also a few vehicle mods that I have that are a bit too laggy. Like, there is a few vehicles I just find more laggy. The T series and stuff you can see why. The CCF2, the Crocs and Centauri, they're really high quality, but they're a bit too high quality for me. And then I have some other mods that I don't use as much because they are a bit laggy. Like, quite a lot of my SUV mods are a bit laggy. Oh, I didn't realise there's a path here, but I'm not going in it anyway because it's flying in the water. Oh, no, I'm going to drag it out. I don't think it'll drive that well, but yeah. And yeah, you know, you could like and subscribe and stuff if you've been looking at all the videos I've had in the top right until now. Well, this engine has a bit of a problem with turning on. Very weird. Yeah, not going to turn on. Very weird. Yeah, I think this vehicle is actually based on the Miramar, because it sort of is. One of the transmissions is the Miramatic, which is the Miramar one. And trust it does just look a bit like a Miramar. It probably doesn't help that I have it in seafoam green, which is a bit of a Miramar colour. Actually, I think it might be opal green, but yeah. And the seats, possibly. And also, this is technically the passenger seat, even though it's actually the driver's seat, because the Miramar's right-hand drive. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. It can't be an exclusively right-hand drive vehicle. I used to actually like prefer mods with right-hand drive because that was cool. Whereas now I never really use it, so no. Oh, I can't get up this hill. That's a bit funny. Probably should have taken a bit more speed. You know how you fix not having enough speed? Use the wing. But yeah, I do have some right-hand drive maps, like a UK map. Probably, yeah, I have some Japan maps as well. And there's a few other things that of mods that I can't have. Like I used to have quite a few scenarios, which now I only have a very small amount. Like one of my favourites, and then some other ones that I just have because I might use them in a video at some point. Like I think I have a stunt scenario I might use. And again, it's in like a coast. Oh. A lot quieter in water. Who would have known? I do a bit of stuff here. But yeah, you can see the lights and stuff do work. And yeah, there's probably some other conditions I have for mods to like keep like they can't be too broken of course. Like I said, there's a few no textures on this map and a few no textures on this car. But mostly it's fine. If there's some cool stuff, I always like it. Like, I'm not actually that bothered about this because it is a bit cool. It's a bit fun. You spawn up there, and it is quite fun to try and come down there. Sometimes fall off it, or sometimes you try and go down there a little bit, and you get bored and just teleport yourself down to this area that I'm at. And yeah, to be honest, it is quite nice just having a city area, well, suburbs area to drive into. I don't think I have many maps where I sort of do that. Like usually I'm not just driving around casually like I am in these videos. But yeah, I might go. So look for a little bit more. Yeah, this vehicle is a bit sketchy sometimes. It's good, but you know, you can always just pretend you were trying to do a rear end collision, wasn't it? I wasn't actually expecting to lose control there. But most of the time you don't lose control. Yeah, there's a few other things with vehicles that are a bit weird. Like, there's some vehicles that have where the fuel leaks a bit easier. Oh yeah, and also generally, I don't have, like, two of vehicles that are basically the same, so I think there's a few mods for a BMW E34 that are all, like, basically the exact same, and while it is like a thing with rear seats and no rear doors, I did decide which one I preferred most, and then I realised that it's like a coupe thing anyway, so I wasn't gonna have it anyway. And yeah, I think that'll be me. Uh, so, oh, that's broke the engine. So, uh, goodbye. Bye.